What's up? It's lunchtime with Josh the Plumber, and here's what we're talking about today. So today I'm going to continue the diagnostic series that I've been doing recently, and we're going to talk about electric water heaters today. So starting from the top of the call, you get a call for a problem with a water heater, you walk in an electric water heater, right? The first thing that I'm going to check is I'm going to place my hand on the hot pipe, and I'm going to feel and see if it's warm or hot. I'm also going to take my hand and I'm going to put it on the TMP. I'm not going to actually open the TMP, I just want to touch it, see if it's hot or warm. If it's hot or warm, then I know that we're getting some power to a element. Most likely it's going to be your top element is probably heating half the tank. The customer's complaint might be, hey, we're getting lukewarm showers, or we're only getting 5 to 10 minute showers, they're very short. That usually means that, hey, they have some hot water, but it's not the full tank. Now, if you walk in and you touch one of those parts and they're cold, then we could have a couple different things going on. We could have thermostats tripped that are inside the unit. We could have both bad elements. You could actually have an electrical problem somewhere else in the house with that wiring. So that's going to take a little bit more diagnostics. So now that you know that either the pipe is warm or cold, you kind of have a decent idea of what you're getting into. Basically, first you want to go ahead and pull that top panel off where your thermostat and element would be. And I want you to test for power right at the top 2 screws. You should be getting 240 volts, or if you're in a commercial setting, you'll be getting 208 volts. While you still have the power on, you can go ahead and test screw to screw on your element, your top element, to see if you have 240 volts right now. If it is, that means it is currently heating, so obviously don't touch it. But after you know the power is being sent to the top of your thermostat, you can go ahead and shut your power off. We're going to do some more testing with the power off now. With the power off, I want you to take the wires off of your top element and your bottom element. Take the wires off of those. I want you to go ahead and test your ohms. We're testing for resistance here. We want to get a value that's between 11 to 15 ohms. That's pretty standard for most water heaters that you're going to be messing with. Now that you've confirmed both of your elements are within 11 to 15 ohms, I'm going to have you check short to ground. And what I mean by that is I want one of your multimeter probes on one of the screws for your element, and then the other probe from your multimeter on the actual tank. The steel tank that's not the outside jacket, but the steel tank where those thermostats sit up against. Put that there. You should be getting OL on both of those. I want you to take the probe that's on the screw, move it to the other screw of the element, and make sure that you still have OL. If that's OL, good, you're not shorting to ground. Most likely this could happen on your lower element. I see this pretty often in my area. A lot of people don't have water softeners out here. There's a lot of hard water buildup that can play factors into this, and it actually will short to ground on your lower element. So be sure to check your short to ground testing on upper elements and lower elements just to be sure. So now that you've basically gone through the initial diagnostics of what's going on, you can try to see if the thermostat is tripped. If the thermostat is tripped, you can go ahead and reset it and see if it'll power on. But most likely there's a reason why it tripped, whether it's a bad element or possibly a bad thermostat. If you're not getting any bad readings on your elements, I would start pointing to your thermostat as being bad. In that situation, I would most likely replace both thermostats, because typically on most electric residential water heaters, you're only going to have one thermostat of the 2 that actually has a reset. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly which one is the problem child here. So usually I just say, hey, we're going to go ahead and replace both of these. It's going to take care of that issue for you. Now, of course, if the unit is, I would say, more than 5 or 6 years old, you can always offer them an option for a new, water heater if that's something they're interested in. Otherwise, most of your water heaters nowadays are going to have a 6-year warranty on their parts, the tank and the parts. So you could probably start a warranty process if it's under that amount of years, where you could probably at least get them free parts. They still have to pay for labor most likely, unless you are the company that installed it and has a warranty for that. And then of course, if you do see any visual leaking coming from the elements, or maybe the bottom, the top, the dielectrics, the nipples, the TMP, something like that, you can obviously make options for that as well, whether it be repairs or replacements. And like usual, I want you to go ahead and check your water quality and your water pressure to see what you got. If you have hard water, you have a little bit of ground to stand on about talking to them about why water treatment is important and why they should have a water softener in the house. And of course, checking your water pressure is going to make sure that you have a good working pressure inside of that tank. So hopefully this has helped somebody diagnose some electric water heater problems. Let me know down in the comments if you guys would do anything different or what I've missed.